Hi and welcome into the Kitchen Sink podcast where we talk about everything but the kitchen sink. Okay, hello guys. I'll tell you what, this has been trial and error. I feel like that light needs to come closer, doesn't it? It looks quite dark.
Yeah, on your side it does.
Bollocks. Hello everyone. You are so far away from us right now. I just want to tell you that. Hopefully everything's set up correct. Guys, I'm not going to lie. This has been trial and error, hasn't it not, Mum? Guys, she was laid on the sofa about 15 minutes ago napping because I was taking so long setting all this up. But anyway, hi and welcome into the Kitchen Sink podcast. Welcome, Mum, to the podcast. This is very professional, isn't it? You've got to give it to me.
It is, yes.
Interesting visually. Oh, yeah, I forgot to say, if you're listening to this on Spotify, I am posting visuals now on my YouTube channel. So feel free to check that out. I can't link anything anywhere because it doesn't allow me, and I'm not quite sure how things work yet. But I mean, just search Brad Evans if you don't know me yet, and it'll be on there. But yes, I'm going to be posting the episodes from now on visually. I just thought I'd start off audio. And guys, tell you what, I think what we should start with, Mum, is the whole story of how all this came to be.
And my staple gun.
Absolutely, because guys, she loves a staple gun. So I feel that's where we'll start. But first of all, how are you doing, Mum? How are you doing? I thought I'd start with just asking you plainly how you are, because I feel like we don't actually chat about ourselves enough. So go on, I'm going to have a drink because I'm knackered.
I'm fine. Now.
Tired?
I was.
But I was thinking maybe my first question to guests should be, right, I did tell this to Liam and he said it was a decent idea. What's your favourite kitchen appliance? Like, it can be a utensil, it can be like a cooker, could be anything. Or like mug. Have a think and get back to me. But
I would say it's the kitchen sink, because recently I'm always stood at it.
Oh, God, guys, we're getting into it. Guys, I'm not going to lie, I don't miss living at home, right? But we'll get into that. We've got questions. Why you always stood at it?
Because everybody
Washing
likes
pots?
to... Yeah, they all like to leave their pots.
I will say, at your house, it is very much that. People just leave it. But I'm sorry, but I'm going to call you out. You are a culprit.
Go for it, because I left them this morning for spite.
Yeah, you are a culprit of it. Everybody just leaves everyone's pots all the time and they expect other people to clean them up. This is why you need a dishwasher. This is why you need a bigger kitchen.
This is why tomorrow morning they're all in for a shock when they're doing chores.
First of all, yeah, this is my mum. I hadn't actually introduced you. Do you want to tell them your name? Why not?
I'm the mammy.
Do you not want to know your name? Do you not want them to know your name?
Yeah, they will know my name because I commented on your post.
Yeah,
and
guys,
nobody picked up on it.
No, they didn't. This is Tracy. This is my mum. Are you nervous?
Not really, no. It's you. I've done YouTube videos. It's fine.
This is the thing, yeah. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're giving us a like. And if you're on Spotify, 5-star review, please, and follow the podcast wherever you're listening to this. But yeah, let's get into how this whole set came about, because guys, there's a lot going on here that hopefully you can't see. So basically, first and foremost, I hope you're noticing a kitchen sink. And if you're not, I'm sorry if you're listening to this, but maybe check out the visual first, just in case. But I hope you are seeing the kitchen sink, right? And I had to have a kitchen sink as a set, guys. And it's been a process trying to get it there. So what I did was I essentially scoured Facebook Marketplace.
That was my idea.
What, Facebook Marketplace was it?
Yes, it was when we were on FaceTime.
But yeah, and then I went on Facebook Marketplace, found one, guys. This was £20, and it came with obviously the worktop, and it came with the actual sink itself. But it did have a weird tap. It did have a different tap, and I didn't like it. So I bought the tap separately because if you notice, people, that's the exact same tap that's in the thumbnail for this artwork. But anyway, I guess with all that said, because that's how the set pieces came together, we're going to get into some questions, because this is in fact an interview of the mum, of the mammy. Tracy, right? Seeing as she didn't want to tell you her name, I'll tell it. She's Tracy. Do you want to tell your age? That's rude, isn't it? Say people's age. And also that you don't need to know. You don't need to know.
Have a guess.
Yeah, comment down below how old you think my mum is. Also, she's wearing my jumper because she spilled a dinner.
I did not spill.
She did. She spilled a dinner down her jumper.
Spill.
What I did was on the Kitchen Sink podcast, which is the Instagram page. So if you haven't followed it, follow it. The Kitchen Sink _ podcast, that was. Basically, I asked you guys to give us some questions, and I asked on my regular Instagram. So I've got loads of questions.
Which I am barred from.
Yeah, you are. Well, actually, to be fair, that was one question. Was like, what does your mum think about your Instagram? And I was like, well, I'm not going to ask her that because she's barred. She's blocked.
Why am I barred?
Guys, and I said this to Alia. I was like, it's not even like I care what I post anymore. It's more just because you're all so opinionated. Other than Leah,
I am not.
No, ma'am, you are so opinionated.
I wouldn't. Do you know? For your information, I've seen your account through my friends.
Yeah, I know, but I don't. It's this is what I mean. It's not that. It's more just you always seeing it and always saying shit about every single thing I post.
Said nothing.
Like I could put a story on, guys, and I'd know about it because she's like it with other people in our family.
Just a minute,
and not just you.
What are mothers for?
Being opinionated, I guess. But it's not just her. Like it's everybody in my family. Like she's blocked. My dad's blocked. My eldest sister. My youngest sister, they're all blocked.
Your eldest sister don't have Instagram.
Does she not?
No.
Well, if she did, she'd be blocked. But yeah, it's just some things your family don't need to see. I have one sister on it, and that's because she keeps herself to herself.
That's
and
because she's your favourite sister.
You know what? You're not wrong.
I know.
But anyway, so I guess we'll start with some questions.
Go for it.
We've also got a game that we're going to play later, so stick around for a game. Let me see what questions. What should we start with? We're still rolling, aren't we? Yeah. Fucking hell.
I weren't looking.
Guys, tell you what, you'll be lucky if this goes out. Right. So, let's start with ones that I got on the kitchen sink Instagram.
Go.
Thoughts on homophobia?
I don't have an opinion. I think it's each to their own.
On homophobia?
What's homophobia?
Homophobia is when people are mean to gay people.
Oh, no, we don't have none of that.
Absolutely. I should fucking hope so.
Do you know what? I'm not going to mention no names or anything, but where I work, there's a young lady's just started.
Mm-hmm.
She's just going through the transition.
Right.
And I absolutely hate the people that are around because, and that's said with real
vigor,
because they look at her and snigger, and I'm thinking, no.
Yeah, no, it's
Why?
not. It's awful.
She's took that step to come into a workplace like ours. I won't tell anybody where I work because
But it's not
we don't advertise.
yeah, but it's not the most inclusive, I wouldn't imagine.
No, and this girl's she's only brought herself out to this the past few months because we've had a chat.
Yeah.
And I was quite intrigued.
How old is she?
Early 20s.
Nice. And is she transitioning to a woman?
Yes.
Or is she, right, okay.
Yeah. She does get a lot of hate and sniggering and laughing and pointing.
People are
and
so
things
mean.
and I don't like that at all. And I was talking to a couple of women the other day, and I was like, if I ever see anybody, approach her, I'd be straight up there.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
which is
pick
good.
on me.
Yeah,
because
literally. I just don't think it. I just don't understand why. Especially because a lot of it is like people hate that obviously we like the same sex, and it's just like when it comes to stuff like that, I'm just like, what has that got to do with you?
This is what I'm saying. It's each to their own.
Yeah, and it's just like, why does it matter to other people who I want to spend my time with, who I want to marry, whatever, all this stuff?
Yeah.
Like that will never make sense to me. I mean, I knew you'd think the same, but it is, and trans people have it really fucking hard.
Yeah.
So homophobia is a big fat no.
No.
Fabulous. Oh, this is a good one, and this one's had me intrigued. Someone's put, if she ever wished another career for you, and obviously in my mind, I'd say, obviously dancing.
Yeah.
But my kind of question that I want to veer this to, because I kind of knew that answer, would be, at this current time, would you prefer me to be dancing than doing all this?
No. I think what you're doing now is better for you than dancing.
I'm glad you said that.
I think that you are more in your element doing this than what you ever would be dancing.
Wow, that's interesting. Because I was saying this to Liam a little while back, like, obviously because I grew up dancing, if you guys knew, I'm not sure, but I grew up dancing from like the age of 7 or 8,
Yeah,
didn't
7, yeah.
So like sometimes I'm a bit like, oh God, like I feel a bit bad that obviously like I trained loads in dancing, and obviously don't get me wrong, I still teach.
Exactly.
So it's not like I'm not doing anything, and I still choreograph a lot. But it's even just like I'm sometimes to myself being like, oh, like what I really should be dancing with how much training I had. So I mean, I'm glad you support this.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, it's not for everybody, but
Well,
I was more intrigued than anything just to see where you were at with that. Next question. What about you/your life makes her the proudest? Oh, so what part of my life makes you the proudest? This is such a self-centered question, but I am intrigued. Are you proud of me?
yeah, and everything of you do. All of you.
Oh,
Even
that's so nice.
the rogue.
Yeah, and that's saying a lot, guys, because I tell you what.
She is a rogue.
Saying them more. Let's put it this way: all of us siblings have had a very different course. Like my eldest sister is like married, has 2 kids. My younger sister has a baby on the way. We're not telling names, are we yet?
No.
Until she's in the world. Me and my middle sister Leah, who you guys have seen, like she's obviously got a boyfriend, but she's not married, nothing, no kids, and I'm single and doing this. So, this will be interesting though. What did you think? Now I know this, but it'll be interesting for you to tell the people. But what did you think at the very beginning of my YouTube and stuff journey? Let's get into it.
Right at the very beginning, I didn't understand what you were doing because with my age, which we shall not reveal, it wasn't known. Back then, YouTube was a thing, but not to the extent of what it is now. No. It was it was nothing. I didn't know you could get paid from YouTube. I didn't know that people sponsored you and things
I mean, that
like
was all news to me. Obviously, like you learn things as you go. But to be fair, my mum wasn't the worst one when it came to supporting it. Like you didn't understand, but
but I asked questions.
Yes,
and
that's a big thing for any parents watching or listening. Ask questions because, like she said, YouTube isn't, and especially wasn't in your time, well known enough, and like it is easy to judge when you don't really understand it. Yeah,
and do you know what else as well? When I'm walking around work and things, and if we don't have work and we just have a chat, and I tell people and I'll say, oh, my son's a YouTuber, and they're like, oh, yeah. And I actually show them your channel and I explain to them, and they're people that are older than me as well. And they're like, whoa, it's...
Yeah, and like it always boils down to like, because even like when I was like looking at flats, like getting this place, the guy that was showing me that was asking me questions about it and was like, oh, I didn't even realize you could get paid from it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't understand how the paying works through social media. And I mean, it's not something that's like well known. So like that's why I'm always happy to tell people.
Yeah, well, I do now. I know all about it now.
Yeah.
But I didn't. But the worst one was Amy, weren't it?
Amy and my dad. The main thing with my dad was just like he had no respect for like when I was doing it. So he'd still act as though he would like, for example, get in a shower with the door open. Sometimes I do just think it was him pissing me off.
I think he likes to do that though.
Absolutely. He's very tormenting, guys. But yeah, so my dad was definitely an annoying one. And Amy just had... What was that time when our Amy fully just was like, I don't see a future in this? Do you remember that?
She's not saying that now.
No, she absolutely is not. I wonder if she's watching this. Hi, Amy.
She won't watch this.
She might watch it because you're in it.
Yeah, she might.
She might.
I might tell her. I'll say we've mentioned you, so go and watch it.
But yeah, so she was the worst one for sure. She just really, and she made it, guys. She made it clear, right? But we're not going to tell stories out of school. This is not about Amy. Our Amy would never come on the podcast, would she?
No.
There'd be no chance. Our Amy's not on social media much at all, guys. So I don't think you'll be seeing her anytime soon. What do you hope for your future son-in-law?
Well, I ain't getting one, am I? Not with where you're going.
Guys, do you want to know what she said?
Oh, yes.
Do you want to know what she said at Bella Italia? So basically today we've spent the whole day together trying to set all this up and sort everything out, and we went for some food. And
you insulted me.
Yeah.
So
what did I say?
I don't know, I can't remember, but it was an insult. And so I piped up that I'm going to get a podcast saying, would you date my son?
Yeah, guys, low key, is that not an incredible title for a podcast? Like, if we did a podcast together, Like it being titled, "Would you date my son?" That is hilarious. Don't get me wrong, rough for me because I'm on the back end of it, but kind of a good title. But yeah, so essentially, we all are aware that I'm very single, and I've been single for nearly 5 years. And guys, do you know what I heard as well when I went on my first date after a while, wasn't it? They were all like chatting together. Like Ali was telling me that you were all chatting together and was just like, oh, wouldn't it be nice if our Brad found someone? And I'm like, you know what? Because I always think like, obviously I know how single I am. I forget that you guys can see how single I am. And then that's just even worse because then I just think, oh God. But I mean, you've got to have someone single and different in the family because they're all with annoying boyfriends. Like I'm a free spirit. I can go wherever I want, do what I want to do. So
But then ring your mum to come with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, guys, you don't understand. I've got a very few close circle of friends that are like good friends, and then I've got my family, and that's it. Like I bring my mum everywhere. What's your favourite thing about watching me dance? I guess just the dancing part.
My favourite ever dance was Wrecking Ball.
And I mean, you know what? It still gets spoken about today.
And you know what? That first time it ever got recorded, and I played 3 different songs.
She did.
Before I found your
and it
music.
comes on, doesn't it? It comes on Facebook like every year because it's like a memory. Yeah. And guys, she just could not find the song.
I think I was so nervous.
Really? Were you nervous?
Because it was the first time you ever went out doing it, and you choreographed it yourselves, and I'm like, nobody knew about it.
Everyone loved it, didn't they?
And I think because I was so nervous, it was just like, just press that, just press that.
Just press some buttons.
Just press that button.
And it was, guys, I remember me and Ali were just stood in the wings.
Yeah.
And we were just looking at each other like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is
well,
she
I could
doing?
see. Well, did Leah come from that side?
No, I think you could see me. Wait, which side were you sat on?
I was sat here at this side.
Yeah, so you could see Leah, yeah.
Well, I know that one of you was eyeballing me, and I'm like, I can't do anything.
Yeah, it was Leah because you were sat on the side where the person was recording, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was just pressing buttons, guys, hoping it was the one. It wasn't. So we went through about 3 tracks before it came on. But yeah, essentially me and Leah choreographed a duet to Wrecking Ball by the one and only Miley Cyrus. And everyone loved it, and it won a lot.
It did win a lot.
It was like a big moment in our little dancing career. But I do plan on having Leah on the podcast at some point, hopefully before she goes to Greece for this contract.
Yes.
Because I would like to...
It's going to have to be February then, because I think she's going in March.
Well, I'm hoping to have her on the podcast so we can chat all about that and like growing up and like literally go through our timeline of stories, like way back when in freestyle.
I found all your old costumes in the attic. You know, when I was
we
doing
need to
the
get
costume.
them. We need to get them. That'd be so fun because guys, we had some great costumes. I tell you that.
Yeah.
And she made a lot of them. Oh yeah, because guys, just so you know, obviously she does have a normal like day-to-day job, but she's also extremely talented at sewing. She's a great seamstress. She's good at alterations. Best believe I utilised that growing up. She's good at diamanting things. Very quick, actually, at diamanting things. A lot of people aren't as quick. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd give you a quick shout out there.
Oh, thanks.
She's got a lot of talent. I feel like we're very similar. We're very creative people. I feel like I get my creativity from you.
Oh, definitely.
For sure. Yeah, we're very similar. I mean, someone asked, did she ever think you'd make a career out of YouTube? Like, did you ever think did you think I was going to be successful in the long run?
No, not to the point where you are today.
Wild. I mean, neither did I.
No.
I didn't think so either.
No, because every time you came, well, you ring me every day, but every time you update me on anything, it's like, oh, this much and this, and you're so shocked yourself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I always kind of thought of YouTube as being like one of those things that just happens to people randomly. And like you start from nothing and then you'll have one thing go viral and then that's it. Like a James Charles. I'm not sure if you know about James Charles. But like he's like a big beauty guru and it really like shot off for him.
Right, yeah.
Stuff like that. Like Emma Chamberlain. Like
oh, I know Emma Chamberlain, yeah.
Hers was very like boom. Like I didn't know it was like a slow growth thing that could happen. Next question. Specifically, what did you think when I reached 100k? Because that obviously happened recently.
Oh, that's just mad.
I was baffled.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, it was a whole moment. Because I think I was dog sitting at the time, wasn't I?
Were we in which holiday was I on?
Isn't that nice? Some people are lucky to get one, and she has about 5 in a year.
I can't remember where
Which holiday were I on? Wow, that's lovely.
Was I in Turkey? When was
I
that?
think it was Turkey because I think it was September, October time.
September. I was in Turkey, yeah.
Yeah, I best believe I told everybody as soon as it happened. Ooh, what is the most outrageous / embarrassing thing that I did as a child? Go on, spill the tea. I mean, embarrass me. I'm down. Go on.
I don't think it were embarrassing. I think it were really funny. I was embarrassed because I choked.
Oh, right, guys, this is a great story. Go for it. Take it away.
It was the one where we went to Butlins. I can't remember that. You weren't even that young. You were dancing. So
I was
you've
a
got to
teenager.
yeah.
It was embarrassing.
You've got to have been about 12, 13.
I think it was the holiday where I used to like put Beats headphones around my neck with nothing plugged in. So embarrassing. And I used to wear a hat like 10 inches off my head. Anyway, continue.
Your hair was stuck
Yeah,
up.
we were in Butlins one year.
Yeah. And I don't know if anybody's ever been to Butlins Skegness. We were sat in the pavilion, stuffing our faces with hot dogs.
We were. And
We were.
stuffing. Best believe she was stuffing hers. Jesus. No. Go on.
And you'd finished yours and went tottering off. And we were sat where there were some sofas, weren't there? In like this seating area. What do they call the move that you did?
I honestly don't even know. Oh, God.
It was a heel click or something.
Yeah, I'm just feeling my teeth. Guys, I went to the dentist today. Sorry, quick tangent. Went to the dentist this morning and tell you what, she fucked me up royally. She's cleaned them. But guys, don't be fooled. Her saying clean does not mean like a little polish. No, it's drilling into your gums. But anyway, yeah. I'm not sure what it's called. It's one of those guys. If you're looking at the visuals, you can see. It's one of them. But essentially, like, you come off the ground with both legs, and it's like a jump,
click your
and you click
ankles
yeah, you click your
together.
heels together.
Yeah.
And you're meant to land on your feet.
You didn't, did you?
But why was it? Tell them why it was. It wasn't because I'm untalented.
Weren't it because your trousers fell down?
No, it was because my trousers was really tight, and I'm pretty sure like they just didn't have any give in between. So I went to do it, and then like my legs just like didn't come back to the ground. So then like I was like completely sideways behind
just
this sofa,
disappeared,
and then
didn't
just
you?
disappeared. And then because she was eating her hot dog and wasn't done yet, best believe she choked, guys. And realistically, not to call you out, but you can choke on thin air.
Yes, I can.
She
yeah.
can choke on thin air. I mean, it doesn't take much, but yeah, she had a hot dog in a gob and she was a bright red choking, and I was on the floor. And I think this was probably around the time when I used to wear like skinny jeans. R.I.P. Would never do that again. But
That's only because you can't get them on.
but also I just don't think they look good. And I mean, if I do you know what, I should wear them because I've got good legs.
Have you?
You don't think I've got good legs?
Just carry on.
I work hard on these legs. My calves have never looked better. They've started doing that thing. Do you know when they're little?
You're off topic.
Sorry.
Carry on.
Were I an easy baby / toddler? And I know the answer to
Yeah,
this.
you were my best.
I was absolutely the best.
It was so easy. Never cried, eating everything. You used to love your dad's chili.
I did.
And I knew about it the day after.
Oh,
But yeah, you were the easiest. You used to just potter about, no trouble at all.
Love that. I knew that. I knew I was the
I
easiest.
tell you, don't I?
Yeah. Someone put, why the fuck did you serve him mushrooms?
Well, there's a first time for everything. You never know. He might have liked them. I never knew there were mushrooms.
Guys, to be fair, I think I eaten them. Did I?
There you go.
No, I don't think I did. I think I left some, but I ate a few. Guys, to know the point of why I said that, you need to listen to the last episode. So, yeah, these are all really mushy. I don't want to ask mushy questions.
No, we don't do mushy.
No, our family does not.
What
do
was the
mushy.
question? How do I deal with you?
Someone did ask. Yeah, guys, this was during the break. Someone asked just plainly, how does she deal with me?
And what was my answer?
A lot of sarcasm.
A lot of sarcastic comments.
Yeah. Do you want grandkids? You've already got some.
I've got them. Got them.
She's gonna have 3.
We've got twins that Amy's got.
They're adorable.
2-year-old. And we're going to have another little girl in March.
Have you ever met anyone famous? Other than me?
I'm not really starstruck.
And I don't think we've really been places where we would meet someone, have we? Did you ever meet anyone like down at the light structures?
Only Ollie Murs and stuff like that, but I'm not
I
really...
guess he's famous.
Well, of course he's famous, but
Ollie Murs.
I'm not really starstruck.
Neither am I don't get starstruck.
I could pass somebody on the street and not bother.
Ooh!
Go for it.
Who was your first kiss? And what was the scenario? Because when did you meet my dad?
I knew your dad at school.
I knew
Obviously,
that.
he's 3 years older than me, but I knew him at school very briefly. And then he worked at the same place where I got my first job. He worked there, but then we met officially and started going out together in the club just round the corner. It's not there anymore.
But who was your first kiss and when was it?
Simon, they called him, and he's no longer alive.
Oh,
He
God.
passed away last year.
That's so soon.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming he was around your age.
A little bit older, yeah.
But still, that's young. Because, guys,
Well,
she's only middle-aged.
Don't be telling the age.
Oh, that's so sad. And how old were you? In school?
Yes, I was 15.
Oh, I can't relate. I was 17, almost 18.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I love questions like that because that's not something I'd ever just ask you randomly.
No.
Like, so interesting. What's your favourite pizza topping?
I like pineapple.
Do you?
I love pineapple.
I thought you were going to say ham.
No, I love vegetarian pizza. That's what me and your dad go for.
God,
when we
that
get
is
a pizza
crazy.
made up at the Asda, we always go for vegetarian.
God, that would never be me.
Yeah.
I did not expect you to say that. That's really gagged me, that ass.
It's made me sit on a cushion. So I'm not too low.
Oh, okay. What's your favourite... Should we do favourite song first?
Go on then.
What's your favourite song? Do you have a favourite song?
I have two artists
Okay.
that I really...
But I need one specific song.
Yes, Lady Gaga.
That's
and
not a
Bradley
song.
Cooper.
Shallow.
No, the other one.
Always Remember Us This Way?
Yeah.
That's a lovely song. So that's your favourite song?
Yeah, it's on my phone.
Altogether?
It's my
Okay.
ringtone.
Who's your favourite singer? All in all, like they could release anything and you'd love it.
Pink.
Really? Mm-hmm. I do see that for you actually, because I feel like she's very your era, but she's also not gone crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like she was really popular back in the day, but she's not gone.
Pink and Lady Gaga are my favourite artists.
Okay, let's carry on this stream. What's your favourite movie of all time?
Right, I'm going to throw this back at you.
Okay.
Because last night I said to the girls, I says, what's my favourite movie? And obviously Leah and Caitlin are at home and they both knew it straight away.
I think I'd be able to guess.
Go for it.
Dirty Dancing.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, I'm shocked.
It's Transformers.
In what world would I have known that?
In the world where you lived in the same house as
Mum,
me for God knows how many years.
I cannot recall you watching Transformers once.
Oh, well.
Off your own free will. Do you know what my favourite movie is?
Go for it.
La La Land.
Oh, I know that.
I love that movie. Guys, get ready because there's going to be a video on that. Transformers. There's going to be a new one. There's gonna be a new
all
one.
of them. Oh, is there?
Yeah, and it's got animals in it. There's animal machines. And I will say it
I'll
looks really
go
good.
to the cinema to watch that with you.
When is it coming out? Should I have a look? Although I will say we watched the Transformers movie at Christmas, did we not?
Yes, we did.
And I think that's the first time I've ever sat with you and watched a Transformers movie.
I watch them all the time.
Transformers, I am shocked.
But you ask your sisters. They both knew. And I think if I asked Amy, she would know as well. Even your dad piped up from the dining. Yes, you are.
Oh, it's not coming out till June, the new one.
Oh, well, that's a summer one then.
Transformers, right? Well, I know that now.
I'm not into soppy.
See, I feel like Leah's favourite is probably Dirty Dancing. When I get her on the pod.
Your Grandma Pat's is Dirty Dancing.
Really?
Yeah.
When did that come out?
Oh, years ago, because Patrick Swayze were young, weren't they?
Swayze, yeah.
Swayze, yeah.
See, when I get Leah on the pod, I'll ask her this question because I think it's a good question. It says a lot about people, but I would never have guessed Transformers for you.
Yeah.
Favourite TV show?
I've got two, but my Netflix go-to is Benidorm.
God, yeah, I can vouch. I would have guessed that.
What's the other one?
You love Benidorm and you love Big Bang Theory.
Yes.
I knew that. And that's because, guys, and I mean, this woman knows how to go through some Netflix, right? Benidorm is always on, right? And I'm whispering to you now because it's a lot. And I'm sorry to say, Mum, I can't stand Benidorm.
I love it.
Caitlin loves it too, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Caitlin's my youngest
Benidorm
sister.
and Big Bang Theory always make me laugh.
Leah loves Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Benny Dorm. I mean, Madge is funny. Her name is Madge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's funny. I like her. And I mean, I probably know a lot about the show, to be honest. And I don't think I've ever once clicked on it myself, but it's just from watching through you guys. Okay, interesting. That was nice. Ooh. I mean, you don't really watch many, but what's your favourite vid of mine that I've ever put up? But you haven't really watched many, I don't think.
I watch the odd ones.
You like the vlogs, don't you?
I watch the vlogs more than anything. When you went to see Leah last year in Greece, I watched that.
To be fair, we watch them a lot as well. Like when we're just chilling. Like,
Yeah.
I like doing them because of that reason.
Yeah, I don't tend to watch YouTube videos as such. Well, when you first started out, this is going to make you laugh now.
Oh,
and
God.
you were like, Mum, you have to watch this. I used to just press play and then go off and do something.
That does not surprise me in the slightest. It doesn't surprise me that she'd just press play and not actually listen to it. That's not shocking at all.
Let the videos play.
I mean, you know what?
Adverts.
I'm not mad. I get the ad money. Do you know what I mean? I mean, someone's asked, would she ever film a video with me? You have.
I already have.
She has. She's filmed several. Ones where she exposes me. And I mean, she's filming one now, so there's your answer.
Yeah.
What's your favourite food in general?
Chicken.
That is so bland.
Chicken.
That is so... Like, is it not like a meal? Do you want to put that in a
Chicken.
meal? A roast?
With anything.
A Sunday dinner? Yeah, absolutely.
I would say that a Sunday dinner is my favourite, yeah. With chicken.
Chicken? Wow. Ooh, we're going to get a bit more deep now. Well, not deep, but like I'm interested by these. What is the most valuable lesson you could pass to another young person and why? Like about growing up in life? Is there any advice you'd give? Like, I'm going to say this question to you because people always say this question.
Okay.
Like, if you were to speak to your younger self, what would you say? Now, obviously, knowing what you know now and life having happened how it has.
I would go back to myself and say, always be open-minded, but always stick up for yourself in
Nice.
every scenario.
That's great
I've
advice.
learnt that through the years of doing different things. And you've always got to speak up for yourself because people won't think worse of you for it,
Absolutely not.
but you've got to do it.
Because
you've always got to...
I remember we've had hearts in the past though where I've been like, you cannot be a doormat all the time.
Well, it was not long ago. You had
Yeah.
to speak to me again.
Yeah, because but it's so easy to
Yeah.
be like that when that's just how you've been like in your life. Like I feel like I was always quite good at not being like that, whereas Leah,
Yes,
Leah
you
was
were.
Leah was the opposite.
And I used to sometimes think, no, Brad, don't say that. And do you know what I think now? Is like, oh, just do it. Just say what you think. And
Yeah.
because nobody else is going to have your back for you.
And also, life's too bloody short.
Yeah,
If you don't like
exactly.
something, just either get out of it or change it.
Yeah.
Or let them know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's good advice. I like that. Ooh, what's your favourite like part or yeah, we'll do favourite part first. Favourite part of being a parent and like having kids and like obviously raising children. Do you have a favourite part?
What do you mean? In what stage or where you are today? Or
Well, I mean, just like is there anything about being I'll rephrase. What's something you love about being a parent and having kids?
it's the end product. When you raise them, how you do raise. Well, it depends how you raise them.
Yeah.
And I do think I've raised you a lot right.
Yeah, I agree.
To an extent, obviously you have to learn your own
Of
things,
course.
but you're all polite and
We're
you've
all
got
driven.
manner.
Yeah, goals.
Yeah. And I think just seeing how you've grown up into what you were all doing, even the rogue.
Yeah, but I suppose like when I imagine from your perspective, like seeing us all as adults and actually pursuing what we want to pursue. Because I will say what was obviously really good and what I commend you guys for is like I feel that you never pushed any of us into doing something that we didn't want to do,
No.
or ever thought that you knew better. Like you kind of let us all find our own way and find our own path.
Yeah.
And kind of like went with it. Like although, for example, this YouTube thing, social media, like you didn't necessarily understand it. You never stopped me from doing it or
No.
took the piss. I mean, certain people in this family might have done, but like you specifically didn't. And I feel like my dad once again didn't understand it.
No, but it does now.
Yeah, exactly. But I just think like as parents, like you did really well at not being like, no, you need to do this career because this is what's going to make you money and make you successful. You kind of just like let our passions lead us.
Yeah, because like with Amy, obviously she went into childcare, but she chose that path herself, and I guided her with it, and just like
And it
said,
suits her down to the ground.
yeah, it does. And like with you and Leah, that just came naturally.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
Didn't you used to dance as a child? Like you didn't? Did you not? I don't think you went to like dance schools,
no,
did
I
you?
didn't.
As such, but you were
I
very
did.
into dancing.
Yeah, I love dancing. Yeah.
Crazy. So maybe that's where we get it from. Maybe you're the catalyst.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wouldn't say that now, but
yeah, maybe not now. But I mean,
I
who
wonder
knows?
if I could learn.
I reckon you could.
I think I could.
Although I don't think you're very patient with that kind of thing. Like you have a lot of patience with certain things, but
We'll see.
you have a short fuse.
We'll see. It could be a video to come.
Yeah, maybe. Guys, if you want it, let us know. But yeah, parent-wise, and then what stage of being a parent was your favourite?
Do you know my favourite times was always going on holiday when you're younger and you enjoy the excitement and
What age gap?
you know, like between the ages of like 5 and 10.
Nice.
You know, when
Well,
it's
because
that excitement stage and
yeah, because you're not old enough to like be like, oh, like can't
Don't
be
wanna
arsed.
do that.
Yeah, like can't be mangy, but then you're
Yeah.
also not young enough to like have to be carried around and like not understanding things. That
and
makes
we
sense.
could go swimming and to the beach and we've had some great holidays.
Yeah,
haven't
we have.
Yeah.
If you could be an animal, what kind of animal would you want to be? I don't even know what I'd want to be.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to be anything in the water.
See,
Nothing.
I think I'd prefer water over air, but that's because I've got a phobia of birds.
I might be a dog.
Nice. What kind of dog?
I'd want to be a little dog.
I mean, I knew you were going to say that. Guys, we've got a pet dog at home, and he's absolutely adorable. So I was waiting for you to say a chihuahua, to be honest. But specifically Diego, because some chihuahuas are bitches.
Yeah.
But guys, Diego's lovely.
We'll insert a photograph.
We will insert a picture. So a dog. Nice. I think I'd want to be like...
I wouldn't lick my own ass, though.
Well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Hygiene, mother. Hygiene. I think I like the thought of like being a whale. Like when you see Avatar, the new one.
I don't like water, though, you know.
Yeah, that's true. You are funny with water. Are you worried about drowning? Is that what it is?
No, do you know what it is? I can swim, and I'm a strong swimmer.
Right. Then what do you? What
I
do you
don't like the water over my head. I would never be able to swim underwater.
Really?
I know how to float.
And is it not the fear of drowning, or is it just being like in water?
It's just the fear of the water going over my head.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Like I always thought you were just scared of drowning.
No,
Because like you said, you're a strong swimmer, so you wouldn't drown.
no.
So you'd like to be a dog. I think I'd want to be like a whale or something. But I feel like people kill whales. Don't kill whales. But people hunt them, don't they?
Yeah.
Maybe I'd want to be like a wolf or something. That'd be fun.
Oh, now you've changed. Gone from one
That'd be
extreme
fun.
to another.
But that'd be fun, wouldn't it, being a wolf? Because then I feel like you're the predator.
Yeah.
Because like flamingos, boring. Kind of
Why would you
flamboyant though.
want
Kind
to
of
be a
fun.
flamingo? Be a giraffe.
Yeah, giraffes are kind of fun, but they also get. I'd like to be a giraffe in like a closed enclosure.
Like the zoo.
Yeah, but like a nice zoo. Like I wouldn't want to be.
So you get pampered.
Yeah, like I don't want to be a giraffe out in the wild because I've seen like on like David Attenborough and stuff when they get like mauled by like things, don't they? And they attach to them.
Yeah.
And they're trying to run and they just can't. And then yeah. Anyway, we're not going to talk about death of animals, but ooh, do you have any regrets in life? Could be anything.
I think if I could go back.
Mm-hmm.
See, I had Amy very young and I was pregnant before Amy, obviously.
Yeah.
I think I would have gone into a career path.
That was going to be another question that I had. It was going to be like, if you could pick any job without like money obviously having to be an object, what kind of job would you want to have had? So it's interesting that you said that would be like a regret. What could you see yourself doing? Like in an ideal world, in an ideal scenario, what would you like to be doing with your life, regardless of money?
I think maybe if I wanted to go into something, probably nursing or, you know, helping
Really?
people.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. Or police.
I could see that. I could see you as a police officer.
Yeah. I've got a really good rested bitch
I
face.
kind of
where
could see you as a.
It just says, do not approach.
I actually could see you, or like
Yeah.
even because there was a woman that's just left from a club near here. Like she was like someone who like throws people out.
Oh, a door.
But she was never on the door. She was just like she kind of just like survey the club and make sure everything was in order on the inside. And then if people are like playing up or like are too drunk, then she'll throw them out.
Yeah.
She's left recently, so maybe it's an end.
Saturday
They
night.
might have an opening. But I could see you doing that because you give off very similar vibes to what she gave off. Like soft, but like don't take no shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Leah always said, Leah, when she comes on, she'll tell you that day when we were walking down that street in Wakefield. And you know how you get those guys on the street that want to like push stuff onto you? He looked at me and turned away.
As he
And
should.
she was just absolutely howling. She was like, Mum, you've got the face that says, do not approach me.
Do you want to tell these people about what you did to one of our family members at work that time?
No, because I can't remember. No.
You don't want to say that online?
No.
Okay. Well, unlucky you guys, I guess. But let me tell you, umdinger of a story. Short one. Do you prefer chicken tikka or chicken korma?
Karma.
I knew that was coming. With chips. Yeah. Chicken korma with chips.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And chapatis.
First of all, favourite fast food? Go.
Favourite.
Wow. I don't know that was going to take you so long. Like, if you were going to order a takeaway, what would you...
Chinese.
Right. What would you order from the Chinese?
Fu Young.
What? What the hell's a Fu Young? What's a Fu Young?
Fu Young.
Is that the egg
Is
thing?
that what you're saying? Is that what it's called? Fu Young.
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, it's egg.
So it's the scrambled egg with peas in?
Yeah.
Why is it called a Fu Young?
I don't chuffing know why they call it
Interesting.
Fu Young.
Chinese people out there, let us know. What the hell's photosynthesis? How does she feel about photosynthesis? For or against? Isn't that just like plants?
What is it?
Photosynthesis.
I don't know what it means.
I think that's just to do with plants. And it's not something that we can be for or against, I don't think.
What's the word mean?
I just think it's to do with plants. Let me search. What is photosynthesis? The process in which green plants and some other organisms use sunlight to synthesize nutrients from carbon dioxide and water.
No comment.
Exactly. Why would she
It's not
care?
really, it's not really for me.
But I don't think it's for anyone. That's just a weird question to ask. Who asked that? Andrus Jacobs. Weird. Were you ever scared to have kids? And if so, what changed your mind?
No.
You always want to be a mother?
I were always quite hands-on at a young age because I got pregnant when I was 16.
Were you ever scared of the labour portion?
I think if you're not scared,
It's weird.
it's weird. Because at the minute, I know I asked Caitlin this, are you scared? And she's like, no. But I think when she goes into that stage,
I think when
you
it's
are.
labour time, it's like...
Because
shit.
it's like now, it's like when Amy was having the twins. I was anxious all the way through for her.
Yeah.
I think I was more anxious than what
Especially
she
because it was twins.
Because it was twins and the labour. And I'm like, as soon as she'd had them and I knew Amy was all right and I knew the twins were all right, I relaxed.
Because so much can go
But
wrong.
Obviously, I'm going with Caitlin.
Yeah.
So I'll be there. So
Guys, I've
should
told
be.
them as soon as Caitlin's in labour, I want a text message and I'll be there. Because guys,
in the waiting room.
Guys, they go into pardon me, they go into a hospital that's near here, not too. God, I'm really going through it. A hospital that's not too far from here. So I've said, tell me when, and I'm there. Absolutely. Right, we're gonna be done with the questions soon because I do want to play that game.
Yeah.
But another question: does she miss having you at home? Like, do you miss me living at home?
I've got used to you not being at home because you were the first one to ever move out.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Were you the first one over, Amy? Yes,
yeah,
you
because
were,
I went to
weren't
uni
you?
first.
You went at 18.
Yeah, no, it was 2016 when I went to uni.
Yeah. Yeah, so you was the first one to ever move out. When you first moved out, I was a little bit lost sometimes. But no, I'm used to it now. You're all grown up.
And I also think we almost get along more.
Yeah.
Because we're not in each other's pockets.
Yeah.
And then whenever we have as mother and son time, we have nice days. Like
Yeah.
today's been a nice day.
Yeah.
And it's almost, I think it's almost better for us. But I think that's also normal when you grow up. I don't think you should be living with your parents until you're God knows how old. Do you know what I mean? I think it's natural for you to want your own space.
It's a natural progression to
Yeah.
move out at a certain time.
I mean, people are asking, before I came out, did you notice any signs of me being
We
gay?
always knew.
I mean, guys, I used to dress up as
Oh, the story
things.
about my broken shoes that wasn't you.
I don't even remember what you're talking about.
Those really nice black sandals with a little stiletto heel that you broke and denied. And I knew it was you because nobody else in the house were going to walk around the street in my stilettos, were they?
Is there actual clarification of that, though? Have you had anyone come forward and say that's correct?
I think your grandma would back me up all the way.
I don't remember that. I honestly
Yes,
don't.
well,
God,
I
there's
do.
so much I don't remember about being a child. My memory is going. Okay, let's clap. Let's just one of us clap. Hope that helped. Right, guys. So that's it for the questions, because I feel like we've just done a lot of questions. Hopefully you enjoyed some of those questions. But next, I came up with like a little game, because one thing you should probably know about my mum is that she's not good at putting faces to names or names to faces in general. And so I thought it'd be quite interesting. Now, this is definitely more of like a visual thing, so I'll completely understand if this is not going to be interesting to those of you that are just listening. But this is more for those of you that are watching. Essentially, what I'm going to do is I've came up with celebrities that I've got pictures of on my phone. I'll obviously be inserting them on the screen for you guys that are watching. And I just thought it'd be interesting to see if my mum had any idea who these people were. These are people that are quite popular around this day and age in my kind of era, whatever. So I thought, let's just go with it. And I think she's also decided that she's screenshotted 2.
Yeah.
She's got 2 on her phone. They're just going to test me, so I guess we'll just see. So first one, I started with an easy one. You should easily know this.
Yes, The Rock.
Absolutely, right.
Yes,
next.
got him. I know her.
I need a name.
Wait a minute.
I need a name. Thank you very much.
Let me think. Show me her again. I know her. I'm trying to think of her name.
This is exactly the point of the game. Long pause.
let me just stop whapping it about.
I'm not. I'm holding it still.
Oh, I can't remember. We'll come back.
Do you want me to give you a hint?
Yeah.
She's a singer.
I know that. Oh, she is. I'll come back.
So you don't know who this person is?
I do know her, but I just can't remember her name.
But that classifies as not knowing.
Okay, I don't care.
Guys, can you believe it? This person.
Oh, that's Miley Cyrus.
Absolutely.
Yes.
This person.
Is that Angelina Jolie?
No, it's not Angelina Jolie. Even though she does look a little bit like her in this photo, I will admit.
Let me have a look.
No, it's really not Angelina Jolie.
No idea.
Really?
I don't know who she is.
Okay, so that's Kylie Jenner.
Oh, no.
She's part of the Kardashians.
No.
Now you're really not going to know this one, and I know you're not.
She's got one name, hasn't she?
No.
No, she hasn't. I don't know who she is.
Okay, so that's Addison Rae.
Oh, no.
She's a TikToker.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
It's
I
none of
really
that
knew you
going
wouldn't
on.
know this. Now,
Is he a boxer? Because he looks a bit rough.
damn right. Damn right, and I'm not mad at you for saying that, because I don't like this celebrity.
Oh, is it?
He recently said a lot of anti-Semitic remarks, which is basically against Jews and like really being disgusting.
Let me have a look at him.
So that is in fact Kanye West.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't he look rough?
Yeah, exactly. That's Kanye West. We don't like Kanye West. He can fuck off. He's got, what's he got in his mouth? Oh, it's like a mouth guard that says Balenciaga, because you know, wealth. Balenciaga's a fancy brand.
I've heard of that brand,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, Harry Styles.
Absolutely, she knows that. I tried to pick a pitch that might have thrown you off, but clearly not.
Oh, no. Tom.
Tom what?
Spider-Man.
I mean, I kind of gave it away because in the background it says Spider-Man.
No, I know him. It's
Tom what?
Tom Holland, isn't it?
It is,
Yeah.
correct.
See? You're holding these too far away. No, I don't know him.
So that's Shawn Mendes.
Oh,
He's recently shaved his hair.
I didn't know him before he shaved his hair.
You've definitely heard some of his songs.
I might have
Like
done.
he did that song with Camila Cabello, that
What does that
Senorita one. I'm not sure how it goes.
Oh, don't sing, Brad. It's fine.
Sing. I am not
No.
sure. Oh, last one.
Fetch it here. Madonna.
You knew that. I was shocked because I
no,
thought that might
Madonna.
have thrown you off because she
No,
looks
that's
so
one
different.
of her latest photos. She's really... She's coming back this year.
She's pumped.
She's doing her...
A greatest hits tour.
Yeah.
Would you ever go to that?
yeah,
Do you like Madonna?
yeah.
Well, I thought I did.
Hint. I like Madonna.
I mean, if she comes to the UK,
Vogue.
I'll see what tickets are like that. But I know that she's had to add like
She's had to have venues, hasn't
she's had to add like so many venues and like 13,000 something or other. I don't know.
What did they call that girl that I know?
Oh, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's her. I knew that.
Guys, she didn't know Taylor
I
Swift.
did know her.
But you didn't know her name.
No, because you didn't give me a
That's
chance
worse.
to think.
No, I'm sorry. That's
Right,
worse.
where's my phone?
So that game went by actually really quick.
I thought you wanted to play that other game.
Word association. We can. It is fun.
Right, I'm going to cover the name up because it's got the name on it. Who's that?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, you see, you do know. And
She
who's
was in
that?
Halloween. Oh, now that I've got no idea.
You mentioned the film to me.
Oh, is that him from Dirty Dancing?
Yeah.
What's his name? Is he dead now? Yeah, because I think it was big news when he died. Can't remember his name, but yeah, he's from Dirty Dancing. He's that guy from Dirty Dancing. Do you know what? Dirty Dancing, man, I don't like it. I don't think I've really watched it. Like, I think I've watched it but not understood it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get that she's a young... Isn't she young? Why did they call her baby?
I don't know. Her name was Frances.
Didn't know that. Because isn't they saying, like, can't keep baby in a corner or something stupid? Like, what's that all about? So last thing before we leave you is we thought we'd just do like a quick round of word association because this game is usually pretty funny, and I'm actually really intrigued to see where you go with certain things. And I'm gonna be brutal.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You've never played word association before?
You have to explain it.
So essentially, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with a word. For example, I could say Taylor Swift.
Songs.
Yeah, and then I could name a song. You could
And then
name like the artist or something.
Go for it then.
But I'm gonna put a rule on it where if we do go to like something like songs, you can't just keep naming different songs.
That would be very difficult.
Not for me, but do you know what I mean? Like I want it to have a bit of variation. Like you've got to try and go somewhere else. And I'll say we'll have about 3 seconds to think if need be. But I want to see how long we can go. Okay? So what should we... I want to start with a good one. I'm thinking, let's start with plant.
Green.
Colour.
Rainbow.
Gay.
Brad.
Okay. Podcast.
Brad.
You can't do that. I win. I didn't say that as a rule.
No,
but
you didn't.
You're not,
That's it.
You're not
That
allowed.
counts.
You're not allowed 2 of the same thing.
Okay.
That was good though. Yeah. Going rainbow and then going gay. That opened up a whole thingy, and then you just went straight back to Brad. So okay. Painting.
Canvas.
Nice. White.
Large.
How did you get large from white?
Because all I can think about are them 2 canvases. What did you say? White.
I said white, so I'm assuming you were just associating your own fucking word over there. I didn't care about what I said.
I was still on canvas.
No, I said white and you just went large.
I'm gonna start.
Go on then, start.
Slippers.
Comfort.
Bed.
Nice. Sleeping.
Awake.
Walking.
Running.
Sport.
High jump.
Olympics.
Rings.
I'm gonna wait. Jewelry.
Earrings.
Bracelets.
Exchange.
That father. That's the sole subject. Guys, we've got to tell you the story because that's more of an inside joke. Basically, that was good though. We did well then.
It was Christmas.
Yeah, basically at Christmas, the one thing my mum said to everybody that she didn't want was bracelets. Or was it just jewellery in general? Jewellery in general, because she doesn't really wear them. Like guys, you'll see, she's got her rings on, obviously.
But I don't have earrings.
Doesn't have earrings. She only got a Fitbit on. Like, she didn't wear watches, nothing. No necklaces. What did my dad do? He bought her a bracelet.
No, he didn't. Necklace. It was a necklace.
It was a necklace. I don't know why I've got bracelet in my mind. Bought her a necklace, and best believe there was uproar on Christmas. On Christmas in my household, there was uproar. And do you know what I did, guys? I had to sit them both down and say, you know what, we're not doing this. Right, this is what happens, guys. When you become an adult, you can say these things to your parents. You can say, look, you're being stupid. This is Christmas. Well, shut up. And then you can argue about it when I've gone home. And that's what happened. Okay, and that's what I said. So yeah, I had to tell you that story
Yeah, but we
because
came to a compromise.
you did tell them the compromise.
So I told him I didn't want the goddamn necklace. And so,
It was a pretty necklace in his defence.
But I wasn't going to ever wear it.
I'm not coming for you, I'm just saying.
Yes. So I went and exchanged it for an ankle bracelet and a bracelet.
Oh, have you done them now?
I did.
Are they nice?
I've got an ankle bracelet to wear with my new sandals that I got for Christmas.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Guys, I got some dock like sandal slider things for Christmas. You're welcome. Right, should we do another round?
Go.
Because this is fun, actually. No, you start, 'cause I did too. You can start.
Cardboard box.
Ooh, recycling.
Dustbin men.
That nearly got you, didn't it? Sexy.
Overall.
Overalls. Clothing.
Catwalk.
Mum, I opened that up so wide to clothing, and you went straight back to catwalk. Okay, fashion.
Socks.
We'll go with it. Long. Now you can say big.
Short.
They're not short. Short. Leprechaun. You're welcome.
Yeah. Rainbow.
Gay. Think of
Brad.
something gay. I'm the only gay thing she knows, guys,
No,
if you
I
couldn't
don't.
tell.
Mark.
Shout out to Mark.
Shout out to Mark Eastman.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to watch this.
He will.
Yeah,
he
probably
watches
will.
them all.
Hi, Mark. Apparently, I heard that you ran off once when I called.
Yes,
but
he
I'll
did.
say hi now. Hello. Should we do one last round?
Yeah.
And then we can finish, because it's coming up for the time. Let's try and make this a good long one. Right, let's really try and use
We've
your
got
brain.
to be proper now.
Yeah,
Do it
I
good.
am being proper.
I'm out.
Okay, last one. I'm really going to focus.
Go on, let's focus.
Laptop.
Work.
Writing.
Pen.
Pencil.
Paper.
Material. That's not been
You
3
was
seconds.
out.
That was not 3 seconds. Now it's been 3 seconds.
Yeah, go on, material.
What did I say?
You said material.
Go on then. Seriously.
Sewing.
Needle. Needle.
Thread.
Eye.
Thread eye.
I was still on needle.
See?
This is the eye of the needle, isn't there? That's what they call it, the little thing. So I was still on needle. Sorry, my bad. Let's do one more. Because these are fun. Your turn.
Plug socket.
Electricity.
Sparks.
Flying.
Without wings. Airplane.
Aeroplane. Travel. That's good.
Yeah. Abroad.
Turkey.
Sea.
Crabs.
Hang on. Snap.
Noise.
Loud.
Quiet.
Whisper.
ASMR.
Yes. What does that mean?
Did you just say up mine? I hope the mic picked that up. Because guys, she went, up yours. ASMR is like, do you know how people have started doing like the whispering thing into the mics and like
No.
rattling and stuff, and it makes certain noise. Like,
Well, that's
look,
just
see
weird.
that?
What did they do that?
And like,
Your dad wants me. Pause. Oh, we're still filming. Yeah.
yes, Father, we're still on the podcast. Right, well, guys, I think this is the end of this episode because we've been filming for over an hour. I'm not sure how much, obviously, will have been kept in, but I've had fun. If you want to come back on the podcast whenever, Mum, feel free because I'm sure the audience would like that.
Oh,
I got a lot of requests to have you on
Yeah.
it. So, yeah. Anything to say before we finish?
Peace out.
Nice. I still haven't thought of an outro. So if anyone wants to tell me what I can say for an outro, then let me know. Someone said that I need to start utilising the word like unplugged. So obviously you unplug a sink, didn't you?
Yeah.
We need something sink related for the outro. You're usually pretty good with ideas, so maybe I'll give that
I'll
you
have
as
a
a
little
task.
think. Yeah.
But anyway, this has been the Kitchen Sink. Thanks for listening or watching. Make sure to give us a 5-star review, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, see you next
Every
time.
Sunday at 5 p.m.
Oh
Woohoo.
dear.
Yep.
Okay then.
Bye.
Bye.